All right, everybody. Cheers. Cheers out there to everybody. I'm trying to get my palate a little wet so that way you guys can hear me okay. Anyways, yeah, welcome. We're going to be playing some Command & Color Ancients. Game designed by Richard Berg, produced by GMT Games. And we're going to be using the solo assistant today. So we're going to be using the brand new release of the solo assistant for everyone out there. And of course that's produced by GMT as well. And let's see if I've got the actual... There it is. This is what I was looking for to show everybody. The CDG solo system. You pick it up pretty reasonable, pretty cheap from GMT, and it's going to have a bunch of different games, and they're going to come out with different packs that have different games. So this one here is the original one. It's going to have Path of Glory, Command & Color Ancients, Samurai Battles, Worthington War, Caesar, Rome vs. Gaul, and For the People. And actually not listed on here, but included in the pack for some reason is... I'll find it eventually. That's right. Here it is. Illusions of Glory. So, not sure why that... Maybe that was thrown in at the last minute. Very similar to, obviously, Paths of Glory, but yeah, so that was a big surprise. That was nice to have that. And, of course, Ancients and Samurai is very similar. So, yeah, we're going to be trying out the solo assistant. All right. Let me set that down, get it out of the way. So, Command & Color Ancients. Let's get the box out of the way. I've got everything set up, which I'll move the camera here in just a minute. So this is the first time I've tried this, so if I make any mistakes, be sure to check the comments down below, and we'll see if anybody picks up any mistakes, so you can keep track of those after you watch this video. We'll try it out. We're going to see. We're going to see how it goes. So the scenario we're playing here is from, obviously, the main game. It's called Ticinus River, 218 BC. So that is on page number 5 of your scenario book, if you're following along at home, and you should be. So this is a battle between the Romans and the Carthaginians. Actually, it's Hannibal and Publius Scipio are the two combatants here. So the historic background: Hannibal had completed his epic march across the Alps. So this is after his cross over the Alps. But has lost fully half of his soldiers in doing so. The consul in southern Gaul, Publius Scipio, had shadowed Hannibal's advance, following him along the coastal route. He intercepts Hannibal in northern Italy as he is rebuilding his army with Gallic recruits. Neither commander is willing to bring on general battle, but Scipio does advance his light troops and cavalry, unaware how much better the Carthaginian cavalry was than his own. Hannibal counters with his cavalry, including the fearsome Numidian light horses. Hannibal gives Scipio a tactical lesson. His heavy cavalry smashes into the light infantry, drawing the Roman cavalry into the fight. At that point, the Numidian hits both flanks, driving off the disorganized surviving cavalry and wounding Publius Scipio in the process. One capable Roman now knew how formidable Hannibal's army was. Unfortunately, 3 other inept Roman consuls would lose thousands of Roman soldiers at the Tabia, Lake Ticinus, and Cannae before they failed to heed the warnings of how powerful Hannibal's army really is. The stage is set, the battle lines are drawn, and you are in command. Can you change history? So the war council goes as this. Obviously, we have the Carthaginian Army, which has got Hannibal as the leader. It gets 5 command cards, and it moves first. And then you have the Roman army, which is Publius Scipio, with 4 command cards. And victory is 6 banners. And the Ticinus River is not fordable, so we can't cross it, although I don't think that would matter much because it's only along one of the edges of the map anyways, and you have nowhere to actually go once you cross the river, which we'll show you the map here in just a minute. So that is going to be our scenario. Again, page 5, Ticinus River, 218 BC. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And it's going to be, all right, so now I will be adjusting the camera here for you guys. All right, that's pretty good. So you have the Romans down here. They have 6 groups of light infantry. All the same light infantry. Then you have medium cavalry, 2 on the left flank. You have 2 medium cavalry in the back. Of course, this is Scipio here. And then 2 medium cavalry over here on the right flank. You have the river here again. It's not fordable, but you couldn't cross it anyways. Then up at the north is the Carthaginian Army. They have 4 of the light cavalry in a group on the left with a leader. They have 4 heavy cavalry in the center. And they have 4 light cavalry on the flank with another leader. Each section has its own leader. So you have light cavalry, heavy cavalry, light cavalry. You have a bunch of light infantry here, and then you have medium cavalry in the back. So this should be an interesting battle and see how this works out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set up our boards. I'm going to keep the boards off this board and kind of keep them over here on the side. But I want to show you how we're going to set things up. So because the Romans have a command of 4, they have a maximum hand size of 4, and the Carthaginians have a hand size of 5. So a couple rules come into play when you're doing the CDG solo system with that. The main rule that comes into play is called the variable hand size. In scenarios where one side has a larger hand of cards than the other side, the difference is accounted by adding a secondary card in some of the card slots. So the difference in this is 5 versus 4, so it's 1 card. So for the Carthaginians, they're going to get an extra card in the A slot. So they're going to get 2 cards in A, 1 in B, 1 in C, 1 in D, and 1 in E. And then for the Romans, they're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 in each category. So that accounts for the variable hand size. I believe that's how that's handled. Then it kind of shows us what we do with our different die. And then there is some game-specific modifications. If you ever get a chance where you have all the cards out and you can't play any of them and tells you what to do. Excuse me. And then there are some specific scenarios that have some special rules. This is the base game. This is expansion 1, expansion 3, and expansion 6. And there is some card modifications on how the lowest order count and how to calculate that. We'll talk about that when that comes up. The leadership cards and how that's played. First Strike, I'm Spartacus, and then order 1 unit card. So there's a few specific rules on how to handle those, and of course we'll be referencing this. All right, so that's pretty much it for the setup and what's going on in the actual battlefield here. So let's finish shuffling this up, and then I'm gonna go on. Whoops. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. And then, of course, because of the extra command card, they get an extra 1 in slot A. And then all of the cards in A and B get flipped up. So for the Romans, they have outflanked in A, and in B, they have order 3 units on the left. And then for the Carthaginians, in A, they have 2 cards. So if A comes up, they can choose either one of these. They can order medium troops, which is not good for them at all because they actually have no medium troops. They have, again, light cavalry on the left flank, light cavalry on the right flank, and heavy cavalry in the center. So they don't actually have any of those. And then they have an outflanked. So good thing they have that extra command card. And then in B, they have move, fire, move. Order light foot and light mounted units less than or equal to your command. Units may move, fire, and then move again. All units moving first must do so before any fire. After all ranged combat, units may move again. Order units may not close combat. No ranged combat after second move. Light foot units, including auxilia, may move through a offending unit when moving 2 hexes. So there is that. And then, of course, these, I believe, stay face down to start the game. So that's kind of the setup. Again, I'm going to have these boards kind of off to the side over here. And when we need to look at them, I can always bring them back out on the board. So hopefully I can bit these back up without destroying everything. Where are you? And then I believe we're ready to go. All right, let's see if I can. Of course, I took one of the river pieces. That's great. All right. There we go. Come here, River, Mr. River. All right, so I'm going to leave this one out first because the Carthaginians, as we talked about, they get to move first. So they're going to play a card first, so they're going to get to do something. So we might as well show you how things operate on this board. Again, their hand size is 5. And they get an extra card in spot A because they have a command card advantage of 1 card over their opponent. If you had a 2-card advantage, you would have an extra card in A and an extra card in D. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll this little die here to see what the Carthaginians want to do, or their choices to be made. And rolled an A, B, or C. So what we're going to do is we're just going to look for the first couple times, I'm going to kind of go over this because I'm doing it myself as well. And we're just going to go through and look at what we rolled and compare it and see what it says. So it says, if not already face up, flip all face up cards in slots A, B, and C. So we have A, B, and now we get to flip this up. And they have mounted charge. Order mounting units less than or equal to the command. Units battle with 1 additional dice in close combat, including any bonus combat. Heavy units may move 3 hexes and still battle. Wow, this is a great card because they have all cavalry. They are all cavalry. But they don't want to probably play this until they can get a little bit closer. All right, so first things first, A, B, C. You're going to flip up all the cards that were face down. Then we're going to play card A, B, or C for any allowable purpose. And then we're going to fill in the player carded slot from the draw deck face down. That's as simple as it goes. We just look at the die, roll the die. It tells you what to do. So we can play any one of these. So they can play a 2-2. Again, they have this extra card here, but this is absolutely worthless because they have no medium troops. Hey, RJL, Mo, how you guys doing? Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Good to see you guys too. So they do have the outflanked. They could play that card. They can play the move, fire, move. That would allow them to move up some units into and then the mounted charge, move less than or equal to units equal to your command. They really like to hold on to that until they can get some units moved up a little bit. So they're going to play the outflanked card. They're going to play the outflanked card, and obviously they're going to be playing it from this side, so it's going to be actually 2 on this side and 2 on this side. So that's the card they're going to play. And all right, so here's, of course, our little cheat sheet on everything. So we can see here, whoa, don't hit anything. Your mounted cavalry, they can move 4 and shoot 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, they're still not going to be close enough to shoot anybody. So, all right. So they're going to play the outflank card. And so that's just going to go set aside. And then they're going to get a replacement card. And it's going to go face down wherever the card was that they just played it. So that's pretty much that. And so I'm going to move this out of the way over there, out of the way. If I can do that without destroying everything, that would be an actual bonus. All right. So they're going to order 2 units, 2 and 2. All right. So I'm just going to put these little things on top so I can make sure I remember. And he's going to move this guy and this guy, this guy, and this guy. So these are going to be his 2 units on each. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they can shoot 2. Obviously 1, 2, 1, 2. So everything's still out of range. And then this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And boom. There you go. I think that's done. So put these aside for right now. And now it's time for the Romans. So I'm not going to be doing this every time, but I figure maybe the first couple times. And then, from there, hopefully we won't need to do it anymore. All right. So that actually goes there. All right. So now we're... All right. So let's roll the die and see what the Roman player's choices are. And he rolls this little interesting one, which is E. So it's this one right here. Face up tactics card or lowest face up order count card. If there is only one or no face up cards in the display, flip any one face down card face up until there are two face up cards. So he actually has two face-up cards already, so we can ignore that. But if you only had, say, one face-up card, you would choose, you would flip any one face-down card face-up so that you have two. So he has two now. All right, then you're going to play any face-up tactics card or the lowest valued face-up order count card for any allowable purposes. So the way you calculate this is you figure out if I play this card, I'm going to activate 2 units here and 2 units here. So that would be a total of 4. This one here is just 3 on the left. So that would be 3. So this is the lowest, what do they call it? The lowest valued face-up order card. If there's multiple ordered face-up cards, you can choose which one to play. So in this case, we've narrowed it down. It's going to be this card right here is the card that they're going to play. And then, of course, you get a replacement card face down. We can move this out of the way. And now we can execute the maneuver now. So 3 units on the left. So probably going to be 1, 2, 3. All right. There we go. Just wanted to straighten up all my stacks for you guys out there. And thanks everybody for coming on by. I appreciate it. Checking out some Command & Conquer Ancients with the CDG solo system. All right, so let's take a look. Our infantry dudes, they can move 2 and they can shoot 2. Or they can close combat as well. The horsies can move 3, but they don't have any ranged values, so they can only close combat. So that actually is going to work. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3. And then the light infantry can move 2. 1, 2. And they can close combat. Yes, sir. All right, so there they go. We moved all the units. Now it's time to fight. So we'll do this unit first. The medium cavalry. So he's going to fight with 3 dice. Okay, he's going to attack that guy right there. All right, so 2 leaders, which are ignored. Here's your little combat result here in close combat. Okay, so when you roll a leader, and we're up against a light unit, you look at note number 3. Note number 3 says a friendly leader must be attached to the attacking unit. There's no leader. Obviously, the Romans only have one leader, which is right there, Scipio, hiding behind all of his infantry. So those are ignored, and then a crossed swords is a hit. So, boom. Horsey gets killed. Horsey gets killed. Now they can battle back. So, the Greed Horses cavalry get 2 close combat dice, and they don't get any sword hits. So if they roll swords, they don't get a hit on swords, the light guys. Oops. All right. A leader, but there is a leader adjacent, which I believe counts, doesn't it? I believe. Am I mistaken? Let me see. Yes. A friendly leader must be attached to the attacking unit or in a hex adjacent to the attacking unit in order for the leader count to hit. So because the Carthaginians have this leader here, he does get this, and he does not get the sword, so he will also take a hit. So that's that. These guys are going to attack these guys there with 3 dice. Oh, wow. So no leader. So nothing there, but they do get a swords. So because they're a blue unit, they do get the sword. So another killed unit there. And then they get to battle back. And that will be a hit. And then a retreat can be ignored because he's supported by 2 units. So he can ignore this. But because of the leader, they are also going to take a hit. And then finally, we have the light infantry. Light infantry are going to close combat with 2 dice. And leader, no. And then blue, they are a green unit, so no. So no attack, no hits there. And then they get to battle back, which is going to be 2 dice. A red and a blue. Nope, they're green, so neither one of them, neither unit hit one another. And that is going to be it for the Roman activation. All right. So we're back to the Carthaginians are up. And let's see what cards are available for them to choose. A, B, and C again. All right. So I'm just going to bring over the cards this time. This is A. This is B. And this is C. And of course we can just ignore D and E. Because we rolled A, B, and C, we get to flip up this card. See what it is. Ooh, line command. Order a group of foot units. Well, they don't have foot units at all. Each unit may only move 1 hex and then engage in range or fire close combat. Units momentum advance after successful close combat and may be eligible for bonus close combat. Wow. So that's kind of a dead card because they have all cavalry. And then they don't have any mediums. They have light, heavy, and light. So their A group is kind of dead right now. They have the move, fire, move. Mm-hmm. And then they have the mounted charge. I think they're going to save this. They're actually going to play their B card. And then it's going to be replaced by a face down card. So this will go back to Group C. This will go into Group B. And then this will go back into Group A. And they're going to do the move, fire, move. Order light foot and light mounted units less than or equal to your command. So again, the Carthaginians have a command of 5. So they can do up to 5. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have to be light, which are the green units. Again, lighter's over here, light is over on the right flank, and these are all heavies in the middle. So, order light foot and light mounting units less than or equal to your command units. May move, fire, and then move again. All units moving first must do so before any fire. After all ranged combat units may move again. Ordered units may not close combat. Okay. So, light groups can move up to 4 spaces. So I'm going to go 1, 2. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go 1, 2. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's not going to work, is it? Say he's too far away. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, well, that's the best he can do. That's the best he can do. Okay, so that's all the units moved. Now they can fire. After all units move first. After all ranged combat units may move again. Okay, so fire. So this guy gets 1 die. He's going to shoot at these guys here. So here to there. And that is a miss. This guy is going to fire at this guy here. That is also a miss. And then this guy can't fire. This guy can actually fire, so he's going to fire at this guy there at the end of the line, I think. Haha, 3 reds in a row he rolled. So that is going to be another miss. And then this guy, 1, 2, he's got no range. But then after ranged combat, they can make a second move. So they can move. Question is, do I want to move? Yep, I will move. Reform the line there. I like to get this guy a little bit closer so he can actually shoot. So I'm going to move him 1 right there. All right, so that is That is that. How we doing so far? We doing okay? All right, back to the Romans. Let's see what the Romans' choices are. Oh, same thing. It's that E1. All right. I'm going to bring this one back over because it's going to be a little interesting. Why is everything out of whack now? All right. See, that's why I didn't want to do it, but all right. Yeah. Just not enough room to do everything. All right, so that is kind of their claim to fame. Maybe I can just put it over here in the corner a little bit. Mo says he's doing great. Excellent. All right. So we rolled the E with the little greater than symbol. Again, if there's only one face-up card, yes, there is only one face-up card. So we're going to choose any one face-down card, and we're going to flip it up. Doesn't we can be any one of those we can choose. So we don't have any idea what any of them are. So let's just go with E. Let's flip up E. Ooh, coordinated attack, a 1-1-1. All right. So now he's got a choice, and the choice is going to be has to be the tactics card or the lowest valued face-up order count card. Again, the two that we have open are outflanked, which would be 2 here and 2 here. And then the coordinated attack, which would be 1, 1, and 1. But you do need to calculate. This is where this lowest order count, you need to read this section. So basically, let's say we didn't have anything on the right flank. Even though this card would order 2 and 2, we don't have anything over here. So this card would really only order 2 units. So that's how that's done. But because it can order 2 units here and 2 units here, that card is worth 4. The coordinated attack is 1, 1, 1. So that's a 3. So obviously we're going to be choosing the coordinated attack again. And that again is for the Romans. And then in spot E, it's going to get a face down card as a replacement. All right, so that is the card they play. Coordinated attack. Let's put that out here so I can remember. All right. So he's going to choose this unit there. He is going to choose this unit here, and he is going to choose this unit right there. So 1, 1, and 1. So movement, this guy is not moving. This guy is going to go 1 to there, and then this guy is going to go 1, 2 to there. And I've got a couple replacements that I need to bring in to play here. because I didn't have enough of the regular brown blocks. I had to use my own blocks. All right, so there we go. So there is your 1-1-1 attack. So he's going to attack here to here. 3 dice because he's medium. So these are green units, so these are misses, and the flag oops. Son of a bitch. All right. So apply 1 retreat. Okay. So you must retreat. And the retreat on these guys for the light cavalry are 4 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And I believe because he retreated, he can. Can't he go into that space? What's it called? Momentum. Advance, move 1 hex and may battle. Yes. So he can move into that hex and then battle, which he will do. That is a miss. A leader is a miss, and a sword is a hit. So he did 1 hit. And now they will reply back in kind. And a leader is a hit, and the blue is a hit, and that is going to wipe them out. Wow. So leader's a hit because there's a leader there, and then a blue because they're blue. That's 2 hits. And that is going to be our first kill. And the Carthaginians have got a banner. They've taken a banner. 1. Slide this up a little bit. All right. First one to 6 banners. All right, so that was that attack. Now we got attack here. And that is going to be 2 dice in close combat. Here versus there. They could evade if they wanted to, but I think they're not too scared of the Romans, so they're not going to evade. Red is a miss, and a sword is a miss on a green unit. They are green, so they get no swords, so that is a miss. He will fight back. Close combat. A sword and a blue. So blue's a miss. A sword is a miss because they're a green units. So both of those attacks don't do anything. And now this guy will attack that guy there. It's a leader. There is no leader in or adjacent to him, so that's ignored. And then a retreat, which he can ignore because he has support. So that is nothing, then he will battle back. A red and a blue, and these guys are blue, so that will be a hit on them. And that is the Roman order done and completed. Moving on to the Carthaginians. Let's see what they get. We get C, D, and E. So C is this one. D is this one. And E is this one. So let's see. C, D, and E, if not already face up, flip all face down cards. So we get to flip these over. This is C, D, and E. And then we get to play C, D, or E for any allowable purpose. So let's see which one they would want to do. So if we still have this mounted charge one. Alright. So they can order 2 units on the left, which would be over here. They can order 3 units on the right. Or they could do the mounted charge. Again, they would like to get their heavy cavalry up, but they don't have anything other than the mounted charge, and they hate to use this. It does give them an extra dice, but they can't get their heavy units up. They only move 2 spaces, I believe. Let me just double check. Heavy, yeah, the heavies only move 2 spaces. All right, I think they're going to play the 3 orders on the right, which would be over here. 3 orders on the right. So then they're going to get a replacement card. So C, this goes back to C. This is D. And then this will be E face down. And the units he's going to order are 1, 2, 3. All right. So he's going to order 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Let me just double check that. Late units can move 4 and close combat with 2 dice. Okay. So we're going to start here against these guys there. So that's 2 dice. Oh, 2 leader. And when they do have a leader next to it, so that's 2 units. And that is another dead Roman unit. Another. So that's there. And so he can move in and battle, and he will. 2 dice. 2 blues, so 2 misses. So he's done. This guy will battle. Josh says kill the young Scorpio now, so it won't be a problem later on. Right, exactly. This, of course, is between Hannibal and Publius Scorpio in the Ticinus River in 218 BC. All right, so it's now actually the 3 leaders that the Carthaginians have over on the left flank. Well, it would be their right flank. And why is our camera being all dumb? Hello? Thank you. The leader over here on their right flank, our left, would be Hannibal, Maharbal, Hannibal. And then in the center, this leader here is Hasdrubal, Hasdrubal. And then over on the right flank, which is this guy here, is Margot. And then, of course, for the Romans, it is Publius Scipio down here, right there. All right. So right now it's 2-0, and they're battling these guys here with 2 dice. I can't remember if I rolled it or not. I don't think I did. A blue and a green. A green will knock out a unit. And then these guys here will fight them as well. And this is the last unit on the right flank of the Romans. They're going to be a problem here on the right flank really soon. A green, that'll kill off another one. Oops, I got the wrong piece there. Huh. So another pretty good attack for the Carthaginians. Pretty good attack. The left flank of the Romans is shot. And they have 2 little infantry pieces left. They did get one of the Carthaginian horses, cavalry, down to 1 unit, but he was able to pull it back and get it out of there. But of course, they haven't had anything in the center. For neither one of them had anything in the center yet. All right, so let's see what happens here. We're going to... sorry. Going to the Romans to see what they have. A, B, C. They have A, and B, and C. So we do get to, well, let's just double check, but I believe we get to flip these up. A, B, C, if not already face up, flip all face down cards in slots A, B, and C, and then play card A, B, or C for any allowable purpose, and then fill it in with the new face down card. So we have the outflanked 2 and 2. We have 3 in the center and 2 on the left. Well, they only have 1 unit over here. They really like to get their leader involved a little bit. That would be kind of cool. Yep, they're going to play the one in the center. So A. Then they're going to play the B card, so they're going to get a new B card face down. And then the C card will go back. So they're going to play these. And they're going to play this card, this one, and this one. All right. So these guys are going to go 1, 2. These guys are going to go 1, 2. And these guys are going to go 1, 2. Scipio finally gets into the fight. Rawr! All right, now they've got him boxed in too, so this guy cannot retreat. So if he does have to retreat, Okay, so we're going to do Scipio first. His unit is going to attack these guys right there. Blue, no. Red, no. And swords, yes. So he does do a sword hit. And now they get to battle back with 2 dice. So Scipio's in the fight, ladies and gentlemen. A blue is a no, and the leader, they do not have a leader in or an adjacent to this hex, so nothing. So that's that attack. These guys will attack. That's going to be 2 dice. Red is a no, and swords are a no. So now they will fight back. No and a no. They can ignore that because they have 2 adjacent. So nothing happened there. And last but not least, these guys will pick on the same units there. A red and a leader, so nothing. And of course they can battle back. No, and technically they do have to retreat because they only have 1 unit supporting them. Which is going to backfire on the Romans here. Which is retreats 2 spaces. They can't retreat any, so they're going to lose 2 units. Wow. Unfortunate for the Romans there. Unfortunate indeed. It's all Carthaginians here in the first half of this one. Whew. All right, let's see what the Carthaginians have in store this time. And they get the... Oh, okay. They have... So, E greater than. If there's only 1 or no face-up cards in display, flip up 1 face-down card until there are 2 face-up cards. They have 3 face-up cards. So don't have to do that. Play any face-up tactics card or play the lowest value face-up card. Well, it might have to be this one. Because the other card that they have, tactics card, they don't have any foot units, so they can't play that. Although, if you do not have any foot units, you can order 1 unit of your choice. You could still play it for the 1 unit. But I'm thinking they might want to do the mounted charge because now they're almost within range. So they will. So they're going to play the unit from C. And this is going to be time to get it on, I guess. Heavy units may move 3 hexes and still battle. Wow. All right. So this is going to be perfect timing for the Carthaginians. Hey, thanks, Douglas. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. So, mounted charge, they're going to do up to 5. Wow, this might be it for the Romans. If he gets good dice rolls here, this might be it. Because he's going to get all of his heavy units moving. And, he'll use, You don't want to waste the extra die, do you? No, you do not. So we're gonna bring this guy around. And this guy as well. Oh boy, it is on like Donkey Kong, my friends. Wow. So these guys are going to go 1, 2. These guys are going to go 1, 2. These guys are going to go 1, 2, 3. These guys are going to go 1, 2, 3. And these guys are going to go 1, 2, 3. Wow. There is a mass and wow. Whew. They get +1 die. So we're going to start over here with this guy right here. Heavy cavalry, 4 dice. +1, he gets 5 dice. Oh my god. These poor infantry are going to get mowed over, I think. Two swords is 2 hits. That is dead. That is another banner for the Carthaginians. 3 banners. They're halfway home. Now these guys can advance. And they will attack these guys here. Once again, 5 dice. Holy cow. So the 2 reds are misses. But the 3 retreats, he has to retreat 3 times. These guys retreat. Let's see, they are light infantry. They retreat 2 hexes. So it's going to be 1, 2 for 1. So that's that. Then 1, and then they got to lose a unit because they can't retreat anymore for another one. And then lose another unit because of this one. So they're saved, though they did not get killed, fortunately. If you're rooting for the Romans, that is. And, yeah, this guy will advance after combat, and then he's going after Scipio. Scipio, he sees the leader, Scipio. He's going after Scipio. Can he injure Scipio? Which I believe gets injured in this battle. I'm pretty sure. I remember reading that Scipio actually gets injured in this battle. So this might be the time he gets injured. Let's see. Oh my gosh, look at the retreats again. That's crazy. A blue is a hit. Boom. A sword is a hit. Boom. And then he has 3 retreats. He is supported, so he can ignore 1 retreat. But he still has 2 retreats that he needs to do. This is gonna kill another unit. Medium cavalry. Retreat 3 hexes. So 1, 2. Yep, it's gonna kill. It's gonna kill another. They're up to 4. And then I have to roll to see if the leader dies. We have to see a leader loss check here. Because there's no unit. We roll a single die. If it comes up with the leader's dead. I believe is how that works. Comes up green, so no leader loss. Okay, we're not done. We're not done. These guys can't battle, though, because these guys came in and took all their thunder. Margot over here is all pissed off. Like, what are you guys doing? Stop scaring my enemies away. And these guys can't attack, but these guys can. So these guys going after these guys right there. And what are these guys? These guys are greed. So 2 dice plus 1 because of the mounted charge. So 3 dice. Red is a miss. Swords are a miss because they're green. Yep. But a retreat, he cannot ignore and retreat because he's only supported by 1 unit. You have to be supported by 2 units, I believe. Am I doing that wrong? Let's just double check. I rolled a retreat against a medium unit, note 3. I think that is true. He has got to retreat. I believe that is true. And because he has to retreat, he can't retreat, because both hexes are blocked. He is going to get wiped out, which is going to be another unit, and these guys can advance and they will attack. And they will attack with 3 dice again. And if these guys have to retreat, it might be over. It might be over. Leader, yes, because there's a leader adjacent. Red is a no and a blue is a no. So just 1 box, and then that guy is done. But then we have the leader trying to go for the kill and the win right here. He's going after these guys right here. And these guys are green. So 2 dice plus 1 because of this. 3 dice. Oh my gosh. 2. Oops, that was the leader. 2 leaders are hits and a retreat. So that's 2 hits. Retreat. He would go 1, 2, and that would be it. Because he would retreat off the battlefield, and that is it. It is a whitewash here, ladies and gentlemen. It is a whitewash. The Carthaginians, pretty historic results, I believe, though. Pretty historic results from what I read in this scenario. It looks like the Romans really were outclassed here in this battle. Ticinus River, 218 BC, page 5 of your Command and Color Ancient Scenario book. Game designed by Richard Berg, produced by GMT Games. Great little scenario, a lot of fun actually. I wanted to see a lot of infantry, a lot of cavalry. So when I came across this, I'm like, yeah, this looks good. And you read the background, and from what I see, the background and the historic background and what happened here pretty much synced up pretty well, I think. As far as the Command and Color's ancient CDG solo system, yeah, I like it a lot. First time I ever tried it. I ordered this kind of on a whim because, you know, I'm a solo guy. I enjoy the solo stuff. And, you know, usually don't play too much multiplayer. But I thought the thing with the one thing I will tell you is the CDG solo system is not a AI you play against. Do not pick it up if that's what you think it is, because it's not this. What the solo system does is it narrows down the choices that you can make for your opponent. You still need to make the choices. You need to play both sides, and you're supposed to play them equally and as, you know, as good as you can for both sides. This is not a way to play against the game. This is a way for you to manage and play both sides. So just keep that in mind, guys. But that's why I was like, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to do. It's not really, you know, is it going to really help? Is it really valuable? You know, I could just put out a few cards and then or, you know, I could play with a hand of cards, right? And then just make a choice and say, oh, yeah, well, let's just do this one or whatever. So, you know, I was kind of on the fence, but I ended up getting it. And man, I tell you what, I like how this turned out, to be honest. I really like how it turned out because it really it takes all of this. Well, I got a handful of cards, right? 4 cards or 5 cards or whatever, and you get all the choices, right? And then you can say, oh, I'll play this one, and you spend all that time doing that, right? And you're wasting a lot of time not playing because you're trying to figure things out. This kind of really kind of just narrows it and streamlines it for you and says, here's what you can do. Boom, boom, or boom. Make your choice. Do it, and let's move on. And yeah, I think it played a lot faster by using this than if I was just to run both sides with cards in my hand and just, and then you always know what your opponent has. And this, that's kind of part of the problems when you always play the solo for both sides is you go, oh, I could play this, but if I do this, then I know my opponent, he's going to do that. Well, if you look at our sheets over here, right? I got no idea what the Romans can do. I only know 2 of their 5 cards. And as far as the Carthaginians, right? I only know 2 of their 5 cards as well. So you don't get that extra bit of knowledge. Obviously, this would replace the card we just played. So yeah, I only know a couple cards from each side, which is going to help streamline it as well. So I'm thinking so far, after one playthrough, Command and Color Ancients, I would play again for sure with the solo system. Absolutely. I think it really, I hate to say it, but I think it really, really helps for solo play. I have a really hard time playing solo. A lot of games that aren't designed to be played solo. Because of the way I can't get past knowing what my opponent can do. I can't turn on and off my brain because it's just too valuable. I just can't not unknow something. So if I know what cards you have, right? I know, oh shit, he's got a heavy unit troops. I'm going to know this in my head. So I'm going to make the choices that are not right because I know what your card you have. But the way this game plays out, you don't know what your opponent has until it's time for you to play a card. And I really like that. I really do, because then I don't have to turn my brain on and off, on and off, and on and off. So, I mean, so far, you can see there's not many rules. They're pretty easy to follow along. And we were going actually really slow through this. I could have gone a lot faster because, we rolled some of these numbers several times. And I kind of knew what to do, but I wanted to follow along step by step for people that are watching. We could have went a lot faster. Because, once you roll ABC, oh, okay, ABC. Well, I flip them up and I look and I go, I'm going to play this one. Boom. That's how quick and easy I think it should be eventually once you get to playing it. So I think, I think it's pretty cool. I was surprised. I was actually very handsomely surprised. You still get to play the game out again. I kind of knew this scenario was kind of a little imbalanced. And just from reading the historical notes, I kind of figured, okay, it looks like the Carthaginians have a leg up on it, and let's just see what happens. Let's see if we can pull an upset, if we can make it interesting or not. Or is this one of these battles that are going to be, one of those battles that you just don't stand a chance as playing. But it's a good scenario anyways, just to try out different strategies. And the Carthaginians got really lucky on some of their rolls and just started wiping out the left flank. And then finally, the Romans got some units up there and got Scipio in the battle. But those bonuses are having those leaders. Leaders are huge. Carthaginians had 3 leaders. Romans only had 1, which means anytime you roll adjacent close combat and you roll those leaders, right? So when this guy's, attacking, he gets the bonus because the leader's adjacent to him. So keep those leaders around, and it just it just added up really quickly. So there you go. That is Ticinus River 218 BC. Thanks everyone for coming out. Douglas Gearhart, good meeting up with you last month, and I hope you're enjoying A Most Fearful Sacrifice. Josh Davis, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Mo Dean, thanks for coming out. RJL Network, thanks for coming out, guys. I appreciate it. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do this all. I'm still recovering, as you can probably tell from my throat here. Still recuperating, but I had this set up. I wanted to get it out for you guys. I wanted to try it out and see what the CDG system was. I wanted to try it out myself and see what it was like. And like I said, I am pleasantly surprised at how easy it is and how manageable it is for the game and how it doesn't break the game and it doesn't allow you to know what your opponent has, but you still make good and interesting choices. And I think that's perfect, and that's exactly what it should do. And I would highly, highly recommend it. I want to try it on some of the other game systems. We got Samurai Battles. We got Illusions of Glory. We got Paths of Glory. Try it with some of those games and see how it goes with them as well. So be sure to stick around for those when we get the chance to get those out for you guys. And everyone have a great rest of the day. We're going to talk to you guys soon. Take care, guys.